Hi everybody, it's Rebecca Gabrielle here and welcome to Living with Spice YouTube channel. We are returning to do another general reading for everybody, and this time it's going to be for the period of the 25th of March through to the 5th of April. If you have seen any of my card readings before, you know that I work intuitively with the cards, that generally oracle card readings. And I draw cards and read what comes to me for the energies for that time period. And because it is a general reading, it's important that you take what resonates for you only and, of course, apply it to the context of your life. If you would like a personal reading, which I love doing for people, it'll give you a little bit more specific clarity around your circumstances. So please contact me. My details are in the description below, and it'll be great to be able to tee up a time to do that for you. And of course, if you are enjoying the card readings, I appreciate if you can like and subscribe to the channel, and that way I get to share more of these readings with more people. All right, we're going to start with what are we doing with these ones? The Wisdom of the Oracle card deck, which is these ones. So I have pre-shuffled and prayed over the cards. Let's get started. I do hope that everybody is coping with this Mercury retrograde period of time in March. It certainly has been a very tumultuous period of change for people, and you may have noticed that there's been a lot of high running emotions, lots of significant changes, big changes. And so in talking with people, I notice a lot of people are having very big changes in jobs and relationships, finances. Some of these are unexpected, some are expected. But anyway, here goes, and let's see what we have for the reading today. Okay. So we have milk and honey, peace, and clean it up. Okay, so it would seem that for the period of time that's coming up, we do have some really great news that all of our efforts are leading us towards better times, which is such a relief after having a fairly intense March period. As we're entering to April, we are going to expect to have, milk and honey is all about wishes fulfilled and better times coming. So this is great to be able to receive this kind of card today. For those things that you've been working hard towards, then you can expect to start getting some positive results, which is going to bring you a real sense of peace, sense of hope and inspiration. And I think you'll discover that you'll start to tap into some creativity. Some creative juices are going to start flowing for you, which is fabulous. And that's going to bring a lighter, more positive energy to what you are doing at the moment. And as you focus on what you're wanting to bring into your life, you end up opening up doors. Things start to happen and to click and to move forward, and the momentum brings more opportunities. So a very positive card. I'm feeling a great deal of lightness around this particular card, and a real sense of celebration that all of the work that you've been putting in is now going to bring you some abundance. It's then followed by the card called Peace. And I'm feeling that this is a message to do with relationships, that you are going to be entering there's going to be an opportunity for reconciliation coming up. And for any relationships that have been strained, whether they be recent relationships or relationships from quite some time ago that may be coming forward to be reviewed, there's an opportunity for reconciliation and for peace. And I'm getting the feeling that it's around, well, it could be around romantic relationship. It could be around, and I'm getting the sense it's more to do with a new relationship or a relationship that hasn't been in the forefront recently, that it perhaps was from a little while ago. I'm also getting that it could also be to do with reconciliation with family members. So there is a sense of desire with both parties to want to bring peace to the situation, which is going to require some gentleness and a willingness to listen and be really listening from the heart, not from the head. And Spirit is asking you to put yourself in the place of the other person's shoes in order to help understand where they're coming from and to build this rapport and reconciliation. And it's an important part of the healing process between you and the other person or persons. There's goodwill with this card here and a desire for both parties to come to an understanding, a peaceful understanding, and a desire to mend what has been strained in the past, and a desire to understand each other. I do feel that the connection or reconnection is divinely supported, that God or the universe is watching over this reconciliation and this relationship and assisting. And it's a good thing that the two parties are coming together to reconcile, to bring peace to a situation. And as the two parties do that, there are new awarenesses that are coming to the surface, new perspectives that weren't understood before. And it's heralding the opportunity for a new beginning. So that's quite in line with the Milk and Honey card, which is about abundance and good things coming in the future, in the near future. And there is that beginning feeling of hope and inspiration and motivation and creativity and almost a sense of partnership, or we can do this. I'm feeling like these two are very connected, that this mending, reconciliation, new beginnings is going to be bringing this abundance. And it's a very good thing, divinely supported, a beautiful thing. And as a part of this process of mending, reconnecting, or even just establishing new beginnings, is the importance of simultaneously cleaning up what needs to be sorted in order to provide the best possible base for this new beginning and this reconciliation. So what's happening here is that as part of this process, perhaps old emotions, thoughts from the past they're coming to the surface to be addressed so that it can pave the way and clear the slate for these new beginnings. For some people, it's a physical cleanup to prepare for physical new beginnings. So if people are moving job or moving house, this is part of the process, and it's a very important part of the process to create a new slate. So apply this to the context of what's going on in your life at the moment, but just be mindful that this is a time not to avoid maybe important discussions, not to avoid the opportunity to clear out and clean up your physical environment, so that you are bringing in fresh energy, because as we move into April, so many of us are going to be experiencing a new season in our life. And so this whole process of deep conversations, reconnecting, new beginnings, coincides with the need to clean up and have a blank slate for new beginnings, a new season. So I'm just going to add to that with the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards. Okay, so we have burden, focus, and the energy of the Queen. And this is your energy. So with this card, as we're finalising the energies of March, many of us are feeling quite emotionally drained and physically tired from a lot of change that's been happening, and a lot of reviewing of situations, people, places, and it's been a very heavy period of time, and there has been some element of confusion and heaviness, heavy energy around it, and sometimes not really understanding or feeling clear about the pathway ahead. I might just put that up there. And so it has felt like quite a difficult period of time. But there is its process as well. There's a shedding of the difficulties that have been experienced. You'll notice that it's autumn in the card. And so in this process of sorting through what has been in the past and where you're going in the future, there's been some really deep thinking, inner reflections, perhaps some challenging conversations, sleepless nights of working out what needs to stay and what needs to go, and what's important, what needs to be shed from your life. And it has created a real sense of, it's been a difficult period of time. But it is moving, it's not a stagnant energy, and it is moving and paving way towards clearer days and more peaceful times. And so as we progress through into April, we're becoming clearer about the way forward. And you can see that there's a very big difference between this energy and this energy. And for some people, the changes that are happening in your life at the moment are really quite sudden. So there's a marked difference in the energy between this one and this one. In this focus card, there is divine guidance here. We've got the number 33, and we've got a very clear path, and we're coming out of the clearing, out of the fogginess and confusion, and we are becoming more focused on what is most important to us and what our target is, which is great. So there is hope through the difficulties that have been. We're paving way to clearer times, clearer focus, and bringing on that sort of cleaner energy. We're getting rid of the difficult energy that we've had here, and coming to more fruitful times, which will be this, and which is fantastic. So that's important to realize that this is a process that we've been going through. Now, the energy of the Queen, she is very clear about her intentions and her focus. And this is representing your new sense of self-empowerment and recognition of your skills and your value and your worth and what you want in this new season of your life. You have been through a period of deep inner reflection, but now you are a lot clearer about what you want to bring into this new part of your life. And to be honest, the changes that we've all been going through have been very significant, and they're likely to set the path for the next long term, 5, 10, 20 years. And so this is a significant time. So it's very important to feel that you are in tune with who you are and what's important to you. The Queen is very confident. She's also very loving and very generous. You see that she's holding a cup here, a cup of love, a cup that represents her generosity. But she sits very confidently. She's very calm. She's very aware of the people around her and her desire to bring her gifts and to contribute to others. And this, of course, creates, that experience of abundance in our life. Abundance is not only experienced for ourselves, it's shared when we contribute to others. So there's very much, you're coming to a period of growth in your life where what you do and who you are is going to significantly contribute to other people. And of course, you're going to be living your passion, and you'll be expressing this in your life, in your career, if you own a business, it'll be in your business, in your projects. You'll be bringing life to your projects, and they are going to be successful. It is going to bring abundance for you. And of course, this abundance is shared within your relationships. So it's beautiful progression. We're moving from the heaviness that we have been through, the difficulties of knowing where we're going and not actually seeing the trees from the forest. But eventually we work through that process and we're able to shed what is not working for us, and we come to a space that is clearer. We can now see the light. We can see where we're going. We have come to a point of like going from the dark night of the soul, This feels heavy. The darkness, the energy, the inner reflection, to coming into the light of going, I now know where I'm going. It feels clearer now. And I'm feeling self-empowered. I'm feeling that I'm now in my zone, and I'm loving who I am and where I'm going, loving what I want to do, what I'm passionate about in my life, and why I'm here, my purpose for being. They're really beautiful cards. So I'm going to now add to those with some cards from the Gaia Oracle card deck. Wow. Okay, so these cards are really reflecting a very, like the dark night of the soul again. We have been on a very deep inner journey of feeling the same energy here. This card here, the search, is similar to this card here, of feeling very much lost, confused, a little bit out in the cold, wondering where our path is, where we fit in the picture, due to all of the changes that have been happening around us. But there is, of course, divine guidance here. When we do have these periods of darkness and inner reflection, we're never truly alone. And the card is depicting the guidance of Spirit, of God, always with us, always there for us to draw upon that wisdom. And when we listen to our heart and we listen to our intuition, this light guides us. It becomes stronger within us and helps us to gain clarity for the way forward. So yes, we have been quite withdrawn and really pondering the meaning of what is being presented to us and where we want to go. But always remember, we have guidance available to us. And it's in those quiet moments when we listen to our heart and what feels good, not what feels anxious, then we know if we follow what feels good, we are going in the right direction. We are following the right path. Always it's about following the light, being guided towards the light of what makes us feel lighter, what makes us feel healed and whole within, and reminds us of our beauty, not our deficits, reminds us of what we are, our value. And of course we know our value, but sometimes we lose sight of that. But it is a matter of tapping into our inner guidance and trusting that. Trusting what feels good and what feels right. That gives us that experience of wholeness, hope, healing, positivity. It's a very different energy to chaos, to confusion, to anxiety. So if you're being drawn to those feelings, then know that that's not the direction that you go towards. The Moonlight card has appeared because part of what you've been going through recently is about the relationships in your life. And this card, gosh, the moon energy is always about our deepest inner feelings and our emotions. And it is highlighting that we are really tapping into that at the moment. And with the supermoon that we've had recently and the Mercury retrograde period of March, it has really brought a lot of deep feelings to the surface. Sometimes this is very uncomfortable. It's an emotional time. However, it's an important part of our process of growing and of understanding the relationships in our life, and this is pointing to your thoughts and feelings around a romantic relationship, the potential of this relationship, and where this relationship is or isn't taking you in the future, or where you want it to go. So yes, you have been in a deep inner place of searching for guidance, for wisdom. But again, I'm being reminded by Spirit, always go towards what feels light, what inspires you. So there is, in moments like this in our life with this kind of transformation, it really is asking you, especially if it's not a usual thing for you, to follow your heart, not your head. I think we're very adept at following our logic self because, most of what we do in our life requires us to make objective decisions, particularly around our work. And our working life does take a good part of the hours of our day. And so sometimes we're not familiar or comfortable with sitting with our emotions or understanding those heartfelt emotions. But you are in this space right now And Spirit is there to comfort you that it's okay to be feeling the depth of these emotions, but keep focused on not the darkness of what you feel, but be drawn towards that heart warming that you feel, the experience of what thoughts, feelings, and experiences are filling you with a sense of wholeness, healing, that inspires you towards being the better part of who you are, that it brings out the best in you, not the worst in you. Always being drawn to the light, not away from the light, right? Then we have the hidden gift. And when we are experiencing such huge shifts and changes, and I know many of you have had big changes, we can feel the sadness of endings, but always Spirit is reminding us that we need to have endings in order to have beginnings. So this is actually not a solemn card. It's actually a very positive, inspiring card because it's heralding the way to new beginnings. So let me just shift this to here to remind us that we are moving towards the light. We are moving towards abundant times and beautiful new relationships, new growth in our projects, in our career. So as a result of this deep period of inner reflection, we are understanding more about ourselves. Perhaps for the first time we are connecting with our heart, or the first time in a long time, connecting with our heart and seeing ourselves in a different light, seeing others in a different light, being able to perhaps put ourselves in someone else's shoes for the first time and having some very deep aha moments. This is a gift because it's helping you to become a better, more empowered version of you, as in the Queen energy here. You are coming into your own. You are experiencing incredible soul growth. And this is paving way to a new version of you in this new season of your life. Always bringing beautiful, abundant energy. So please see the positives and the moments where you're feeling a little dark and blue. Know that this is a necessary part of the process, but focus on the wonderful new beginnings you want to create. Indulge yourself in creative activities that inspire you and get your juices flowing to bring about the beautiful new beginnings in your life, because they are here, and we want to go through this change and this process feeling good, feeling the abundance that's coming, because April is where it's all happening. March, we are tying up all of the loose ends. We are gaining the clarity that we need, even though we have been through a very tumultuous time and it has felt very heavy. This is now getting cleared and we're getting more clarity, greater inner wisdom about who we are. And that's a beautiful awareness that is almost like coming from the depth of your toes all the way through your body into your heart space and into your mind. And if we're talking chakras, your crown chakra, and really going, oh my gosh, I have this amazing sense of fulfillment and wholeness in who I am. And this is bringing out a new awareness of loving relationships in your life, where you are realizing the value, the importance of yourself and significant other. And recognizing where you want to take this, where your energy is now, where your focus is. and who you are as a person. So very positive movement towards amazing new version of you. So I'd like to top that off with a card from the Whispers of Love deck, the Nature's Whispers, and from the Romance Angels as well. So we just quickly shuffle the Whispers of Love deck. The Union of Hearts. Well, there you go. Isn't that beautiful? So there is very much development in a romantic relationship here, a coming together of two sweethearts, two soulmates. It could be new. Well, the energy of the card is new love. So whether it be someone you're reconnecting with the past or a new person that's come into your life, the experience of this is new. New beginnings, new love, and certainly a union that's very passionate. And in many ways, it says here a love connection that defies explanation. There is a depth of love here that is only known by these two people, a depth of understanding, connection, synchronicities, a real connection that goes beyond words. It's very tangible and very passionate, and it's divinely supported and protected. You've got these beautiful birds in the tree here. I don't know if you can see. These two are very much into each other, very passionate union. So that's lovely. It's a culmination of all of this beautiful reflection that you've been going through, and new awareness around your emotions, the emotions of another significant person, which results in this beautiful reconciliation, reunion, and a coming together of two sweethearts. So I'm going to now just pull a card from the Nature's Whispers deck. Thank you, Spirit, for the beautiful guidance you are giving us in this time period. What have you got to share with us, please? Thank you. We have leap of faith. How beautiful. And certainly everything that has happened has really required an enormous leap of faith to get to here. With the struggles of not knowing and feeling that sense of loss and confusion and deep inner reflection, it really has required us to clean up and go for it. A real trust that the way forward is being supported. It's a letting go of our fear, our ego, our mind has been in overdrive. And then we get to this space of just, go for it. Just go with it. Go where your heart is leading you, and trust that this is right for you, the right direction. There's such a beautiful light energy here. It's a birthing of something amazing. It's beautiful. The energy has lifted you, and Spirit is saying, it's okay. Go for it. It's going to lead to beautiful abundance in your life. and this real sense of empowerment of who you are. Fabulous. And so lastly, we'll just pull some cards from, I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Romance Angel deck, since this reading seems to have brought up an energy around relationships this time. So let's see what guidance there is around relationships. Oh, lovely. So we have worth waiting for. This period of deep inner reflection and wondering about the romantic relationship or the special person in your life. Spirit is saying that the effort has been worth waiting for, that this is divinely supported, and it has been about divine timing. So there has been quite a period of anxiety and uncertainty, deep inner reflection, but Spirit has said this has been worth it. Divine timing has been at work here in your love life, and it has brought you to this place of union with your soulmate, your special person, where there's a peace, not uncertainty or anxiety, but a deep inner peace, a deep healing, and this is long term. This is a forever feeling card, a beautiful mutual experience. As I said before, no words are needed. So it's all been about the timing, and all of the confusion that we have been experiencing melts away as we come into April. This is also, the relationship has been affected by family issues. So a lot of this waiting period and wondering has been around children, family, people close, and the concern about the effects on others. There's also been an influence, a past influence of our own family background and family upbringing. It has influenced somewhat our emotional response to wondering about the direction and the connection with our special person. And it has affected in many ways our ability to connect up until now. But you've worked through this, or working through this, and you're experiencing that deeper inner connection that perhaps has been new to you in the past, but you are now connecting with emotions that perhaps once you weren't able to. And there's been healing around family relationships, relationships with parents, and past and present. Yeah. You've experienced some deeper understanding about your parents, your upbringing, and how that has affected your ability to love, connect, show emotions. So you've actually understood this, and you've come out of it with a deeper understanding. And then, of course, the last card here is it's safe for you to love. It is safe for you to express your love, to give and receive. Whereas in the past you might have felt quite closed off, due to past experiences and your upbringing, but you have surpassed that. And Spirit is telling you it's okay. You have reached a point where it is safe for you to love. You don't need to fear being hurt. The relationship that you're moving towards, you're being told that it's worth waiting for and it is safe for you to love. There is no need to doubt this relationship, and that This is a beginning of something beautiful and long-term for you, and you can let go of any fears that you may have been holding on to up until now. The fears that you've had have caused you to close down your emotions, but now you realize that you don't need to. You've had some deep inner awarenesses, and Spirit has said, it's okay. Take the leap. It is fine. So the end result, my dear friends, is that you are experiencing something very special in your life. And of course, this reading is going to be for those people who can connect with the whole experience of reflecting on relationships. This has been a relationship reading, so if this is not pertaining to you, then perhaps this reading is not for you, because it's been very specific around a love relationship, which we didn't know was going to be the case when we started out at the beginning. But I do hope that this has given you some sense of calm and peace, and some clarity around any questions that you may have had or concerns around the experience that you've had recently of deep inner reflection. You know that you've now reached a point of a deeper understanding, and this brings some beautiful new beginnings for you, and just being reminded that good times are here or around the corner. So, my friends, what a beautiful reading. Congratulations for persevering, going through that dark night of the soul, which I know so many of you have been going through. Trusting your heart, really listening to your heart and your emotions, and not being fearful of them, because they're guiding you. They're guiding you to love. They're guiding you to your future. And this is a beautiful thing, as we have here. So my love to you all. Peace, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.